One of my big goals these days is to correct that original sin.
What is LNT? Yeah, what's LNT?
Linear non-threshold.
Linear, no threshold. Right. Yeah, non-threshold. So it's like, you know, and somebody asks you your name, and you're like, my name? Like, so an ALARA is as low as reasonably achievable, right? And so LNT is the idea that there's no safe dose of radiation. Okay, and so it's false. We actually need radiation to you know, actually our cells need it. If you believe in evolution, billions of years ago, the Earth was way more radioactive than it is now, and so life developed on a super radioactive Earth, and the radioactivity gets less every year, right? Because it decays. So whatever radioactivity we have today, it just gets less tomorrow, and so we're living on an ever less radioactive planet. And even right now, we're getting a ton of radiation. And so the idea that of this LNT, you know, on its face, you're like, what do you mean there's no safe dose of radiation? You know, we needed it probably to have just the even idea of evolution and cell division, probably in no small part was created. You know, that's why you have two-stranded DNA, because the strands can take tremendous amounts of damage from cosmic rays and stuff. So hopefully that gives you a little microscopic, and I'm sure we're ahead of schedule, so I can blabber for. Let's not mince words, and I believe I was getting that just now. LNT is a lie, okay? It's a lie based on bad science and bad research. And as low as reasonably achievable ALARA, as it stands and as implemented, is not a reasonable response to this bad policy and this bad science, okay? You know, but others will respond. But you know, we do ALARA based on LNT for safety. You know, we got to be safe, an abundance of caution, right? And I say, you know, you want safe. How much safe do you want, right? We have the safest power system ever developed by man. The most energy-dense power system ever developed by man has caused 0 deaths in the Western world for 50 years, 60 years, 75 years. You know, you'd have to hunt around. You know, we could be safer right now. So don't give me this. Don't give me this safety thing. Because there's actually vast orchards of low-hanging fruit that we could actually save millions of lives in reality. You don't care about safety, and I'm not saying you. I'm saying these policymakers at home. This is a speedometer off of an 85 Camaro. Look at they limit it to 85 miles an hour, right? That's a Camaro, and you know, and they're highlighting 55. You know, I can't drive 55. You know, this was a time when we wanted to be fuel efficient and safe. Well, that's a legit response, you know. But people hated it. You know, this is my Speedo out of my 10 years later, my 1995. POS Saturn with 88 horsepower, and supposedly it's going to go 130 miles an hour. Like, maybe if they threw me out of the back of a plane in it, you know. But it just goes to show you, they're like, man, screw that 85 stuff, man. You're taking my freedom. You know, so we could be safer right now, right, man? We could get rid of cigarettes. We could put speed limiters on cars. That actually is probably coming, by the way, with, you know, self-driving cars and things. Soda pop. Get rid of soda pop. It murders people. It gives them diabetes. Their legs fall off. Just sugar. Just processed white sugar. Get rid of it. You know, booze. That's gonna hurts to say that. You know, but I mean, it's if you how'd that work, right? And it's, you know, texting while driving. All right? You know, think about that. That is literally, I bet there is a literal button, you know, at, Google Android or Apple, where they could be like, if this phone moves in any one direction at 5 miles an hour, it shuts off. And it's probably even smart enough to understand, well, if it's the driver, because I'm sure the spying GPS knows whether you're in the passenger seat or the back seat. So like that one could work just fine, and you could, look at your, dating app or whatever. But the driver could be shut off in 2 seconds, right? Right? I bet, we got a spy here from Google. So the point is, and that's the entirety of my, don't give me the safety uberalis when it comes to nuclear. Because it's not why you're doing it. You're not doing safety, you're not doing consensus building, you're not doing ALARA to be safe and better and preserve lives. You're doing it to make nuclear artificially expensive and difficult to execute.